You don't want to smack directly into the mic?
No, just like lean back a little bit and then.
Dude, I have to admit, I am super jealous of this podcast setup.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I gotta say that like the hospitality department here is just like through the roof. We got sparkling water. The headset is perfect. It doesn't feel like it's squeezing my.
A few minutes later.
All right,
Yeah.
we're back again. How 3 years?
Are we starting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get started. 3 long years.
You didn't do it right.
Oh, my bad.
Start over.
Okay.
Well,
I forgot the intro.
yeah, same here actually. The only reason I remember
What
is
is
because
it?
I've watched it like 3 times. Welcome to Untitled with Andy and Jeremiah. I'm Andy,
And I'm Jeremiah.
and together we are Untitled with Andy and Jeremiah.
Living it up. Before we get into business, you saw Mortal Kombat?
I did see Mortal Kombat, yes.
Let's do like a 2-minute review of Mortal Kombat.
Okay. What would you like to start off with?
Positive. It seemed like a movie that was made by people who really enjoyed making it.
And I will add to that, it seemed like a movie that was made by that was made by fans of Mortal Kombat too.
Yes,
I definitely think that they appreciate the source material.
I agree. Negative.
It's not a great movie.
Need to use their. I feel like the people who made it did their best. It seems to me, but it just wasn't good enough. They need to hire better writers, better director, better cinematographer, and for the love of God, a better editor. But I give it a huge pass just because it seemed like they were probably really hampered by the studio, and they did what they could.
It was better than Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
I agree.
And it's kind of up there. I enjoy it for what it is. I wasn't expecting an amazing movie for Mortal Kombat. It's not going to be one that I watch a whole lot, but it was a movie that I was really anticipating. So the bar was pretty high too, though.
You know, people are very in love with Kano, but I really liked Cabal in the movie.
What do you think of the take on Liu Kang in this movie?
I like Ludi Liu. I think he did a good job.
I like it.
The writing was atrocious, but you know, what are you going to do?
Hire a better writer.
Hire a better writer for the sequel. So, you know, that's my hot take.
So let's address the elephant in the room, the massive elephant in the room. It has been 3 years since we put together an episode of Untitled with Andy and Jeremiah.
Sure has.
What's life been like for you in the time since?
In the time since?
Yeah, I don't even remember what our last episode was. I know that we tried to make like an episode about Bird Box like 5 times. And,
oh, yeah.
and I think we just finally said screw it and stopped making.
Yeah. Because there was at least like 2 that just didn't pan out. We tried to record them, but they failed for one reason or another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then we just kind of call it in after that. What's life been like? A lot of changes.
Mm-hmm.
Have a kid now.
Pandemic. We lived through a pandemic.
We lived through a pandemic.
12 seconds later.
Anyway, I'm a little giddy at the moment. Are you feeling hot?
I'm already getting hot just because of these staring at the. Let me.
Okay, so let's. It's been a while. Times have changed, but we're revisiting the show. Despite the lack of episodes, Andrew Montoya and I have remained friends throughout the years. You know, this was not just a working relationship. Felt like it sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
But for the most part, you know, it's been amicable. Now, our most popular video was one where we dug into some extremely hot wings, and we put ourselves through massive pain for our 24 followers, our 24 subscribers.
Well,
And-
see, on the last one, we did a tier set. So if we got a question wrong, then we did like regular wings. And then we got another question wrong. We did hotter wings and so on and so forth. Only I messed up.
Yes, you did mess up. And
Our
I'm
second
glad
wings-
that you're admitting to this.
Yeah, it was my bad. Our second set of wings were the hot ones, right? Mm-hmm. We're
Blazin from Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Which, by the way, clock in at 350,000 Scoville units. Mm-hmm. So the name of the episode that we're recording tonight isn't quite accurate, but in honor of the trivia show that we are doing tonight, We are calling this the I Love You 300,000 Scoville Units Challenge. Whereas before, the episode that we recorded was the X-Wing Challenge.
It was.
It was a little bit more fluid. It made more sense to go that route.
I don't know. I really like the new title of this episode.
I'm excited about
This anniversary episode.
I'm excited about an MCU episode, honestly, because
Really?
it's been a while. One of my favorite episodes to record was the Infinity War, episode.
That was a good episode.
Do you remember? Because we actually went to see Infinity War opening night, and then you and I went back to your place and recorded a
Man, I was
review.
tired.
Yeah, so
really
was I.
tired.
I was exhausted.
Man, that was a long night.
Totally worth it though.
But daggum, whenever Captain America entered in the movie and everybody started erupting, like, whoa, that was a good time.
It's a good time.
That was a once-in-a-lifetime theater experience.
Okay, so are we going to eat a wing to get us in the right frame of mind going into these questions?
Oh, nope. In fact, I think we should go the opposite direction and give ourselves one question.
One question?
One freebie.
And then eat a wing?
And then we'll eat a wing on the second rung.
Okay. Let's do it. I don't know how many questions there are in this quiz because, believe it or not, there are quite a few quizzes out there that aren't that visually appealing. Like, I'm trying to think of a way that we can put a little box in the corner, and I don't want it to look like a standardized test from the latest state, to release something. I want it to look like it pops, and I'm not going to make that graphic myself. I would rather cut it from the quiz. And so we are going to be doing the Rotten Tomatoes Marvel Cinematic Universe quiz, and it is currently titled the hardest Marvel Cinematic
Supposedly.
Universe quiz. Let's see if two super fans can make it through, because unlike Star Wars, I am a super fan of the MCU.
You're not a super fan of Star Wars?
I'm not.
So you didn't get it whenever people hated The Last Jedi?
I didn't. I actually don't mind The Last Jedi.
I didn't mind it in theaters. And then the more I ruminated on it, the more the plot holes just kind of really stood out to me. And I thought it was just absolutely stupid.
I liked Luke's arc, believe it or not. I like a guy who kind of loses
I don't
hope
mind
and
his
finds it
arc,
again.
But same way as Game of Thrones, I hated the execution.
I get it. I hated the execution on Game of Thrones as well.
I didn't mind the arc on Game of Thrones. I thought it was fine.
We're talking about Ned Stark, right?
No, I mean season 8.
You mean like the actual execution?
No, I actually, so on Game of Thrones, I loved Ned Stark the first time I watched it. And then the second time I watched it, I was like, this guy's such an idiot.
Yeah.
This guy just doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, all right, well, let's do one more
He
thing.
was the best of them, though.
No, he wasn't. He was a loser. He was an absolute loser. Watch it again. Or don't. I don't care. All right. Give a number 1 through 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, on 3. Have you seen WandaVision and Falcon and Winter
I've seen
Soldier?
WandaVision. I have not seen
Okay.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Give your number rating on 3.
1, 2, 3, 7.
8. Okay. All right. Close enough.
Close enough. I have a hard time watching Marvel TV shows. As much of a super fan as I am of the cinematic universe, the TV shows just require so much investment. Says the guy who has watched the 21 movies in the MCU.
I thought whenever we were in
times.
high school, I asked you, hey, have you seen this movie? Nah, I'm more of a shows guy.
It's
Less time commitment.
I am more of a shows guy, but I'm more of a sitcom guy than a drama.
You were really into Arrested Development at the time.
I was really into Arrested Development at the time. I'm more of a sitcom guy. I like comedy, even if it's not necessarily like a feel-good comedy. The shows that I can watch, time and time again. My Name is Earl, Arrested Development. Currently, Mythic Quest is a great show to be watching right now.
What was that? Raven's Banquet is the name of the show. What was that?
Dark Quiet Death.
Oh man,
The one with Jake Johnson and Christine Melody.
I'm a sucker for both of those people.
That's a great episode.
That is a great
It's like
episode.
a standalone episode. If you're on the fence about watching Mythic Quest, watch Dark Quiet Quest. Episode 5, I think, is what it is.
It's a great, completely standalone episode. It's worth the watch.
Have you watched the first 2 episodes of season 2 yet?
It's out?
Yeah, it's out.
No, I haven't.
They're great.
I checked if there was a second season out like 2.5 weeks ago. So that might have been the issue.
It just premiered last Friday. The great thing about Mythic Quest is that it's one of those rare shows. Like if you're a fan of Rob McElhenney, is that his name? Is that how you pronounce his last name? McElhenney. If you're a fan of his work in Sunny, it's different in the sense that unlike Sunny, the characters actually have heart and they
If you hear a baby crying, don't worry. The baby's fine.
it's being taken care of.
It's being handled. He does that from time to time.
But it takes there is a lot of dark humor in Mythic Quest, but it's balanced out with the heart that you find in a show like My Name is Earl. Because there are a lot of feel-good moments in it too, surprisingly, from McElhinney. I'm going to go back to McElhinney. That's the way I prefer pronouncing his name.
Either way, I think I heard that pronunciation in an interview because they asked him that question like a long time ago.
I was bummed out I was bummed out that I found out that he is no longer going to be the Minecraft movie director.
He was going to direct a Minecraft movie? That would have been hilarious.
3 days later.
You know, Sonic is probably one of the best video game adaptations
I
I've ever
watched
seen.
that movie because Caleb was home sick one day, so I put the movie on for him, and I was probably paying attention to it more. I was so surprised about how much I enjoyed it.
It's good, and they just finished wrapping the production of of the second Sonic movie. They just
Really?
wrapped up on
And
number 2.
I had a fun time watching Mortal Kombat, so maybe we're in this new era of video game movies. You can say anything you want about Mortal Kombat, but it
is an entertaining movie to watch.
It was entertaining, and I'd say any video game movie, even Annihilation, is better than Assassin's Creed.
I've never seen Assassin's Creed.
It is so god-awful boring.
3 weeks later.
It's been 3 years. Anything outstanding? Anything you wanted to get off your chest?
My rabbit died.
Oh,
I forgot to mention. Batman died, y'all.
man.
But we have a new one. Her name is Domino. Otherwise.
Let's go ahead and cut in a clip of us eating these wings the first time.
There's a sweetness to it at first.
And then it slaps you in the face. I'm going to have the hiccups for sure. Ooh. I went to San Antonio. These are hotter than I thought they'd be. I get the mango habaneros all the time. But this is special. This is special. They knew we were doing this tonight.
Look at those young, fat people. Let's do it.
Question 1. In how many Marvel Studio films does Agent Coulson appear?
Oh, God.
Okay, so there's the first Thor movie.
Yes. The first the first Iron Man, the second Iron Man.
He was in first Iron? He was in first Iron Man. All right.
So we're going to say 4?
We're going to say 4. And don't forget, we get one freebie.
That's
all right.
what she said. Anyway.
5.
Captain Marvel.
I know you liked it, but that was a very forgettable movie for me.
I didn't dislike it. I put it higher than other Marvel movies some other Marvel movies.
Wait, which ones?
Dark World, Thor 2 is my least favorite Marvel movie, period. The only thing that saves it is, what's her name? Kat Dennings.
Next question. Okay. Who was originally set to direct Ant-Man? Oh, that's easy. Edgar Wright.
What name did Black Widow use when first introduced to Tony Stark in Iron Man 2? Whenever he completely oogled her and would have totally caused an HR disruption.
Natalie Rushman. When did Hank Pym resign from S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I don't freaking know.
It was along 1976 is my guess.
I am going to say 1981.
I'll say no. Okay, I'll go with you. 1981.
1981.
I don't want to claim it. I don't want to eat one of these wings.
I told you.
The reality is on this question. The reality is starting to set in. Oh, 1989. We were both wrong. I don't want to do this. This was your idea.
I told you. Let's just do a nice.
You text me out of the blue one day.
Men.
We could have done an entire episode on Mortal Kombat, but no. If not for the demon in my mouth, this is delicious.
True or false? Philip J. Coulson, who was an established Marvel Comics character before his cinematic debut in Iron Man.
Wrong. Wrong.
That is incorrect.
So every time I'll see Fergus, I think Fergus.
Supernatural.
Yeah.
Fans out there.
Yeah. Where are my Supernatural fans at? Okay. Bringing it in. Who has Talos not impersonated? Who's Solar?
I'm going to say Phil Coulson.
All right, man.
I'm gonna say.
I'm trusting you. Okay, good job, Phil Coulson. Okay, all right, very
I
good.
want to thank my mama for wanting to go see Captain Marvel.
When did Howard Stark die? Ooh, this is it.
December 16th, 1991. It's more...
Okay, I know the actor liked what he was able to do with the character on Falcon and Winter Soldier, but the tone for me in that show was all wrong.
I haven't seen it yet.
Tone for me was all wrong. Because Zemo is my favorite MCU villain. I love Zemo,
Yeah?
and they really took away almost everything I loved about him in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Even though the actor had a better time playing. But okay, December 16th, 1991. Perfect.
Yes. Who was the commanding officer of the SSR during World War II? I don't know. Is that who...
Wait, in the MCU or in real life?
I'm assuming the MCU, since this is an MCU trivia quiz. Considering that this is... So our options are
Omar Bradley.
Mark Clark, Chester Phillips, Omar Bradley, and George Marshall.
There's something about the name Omar Bradley that screams Captain America.
I think
First
Omar
Avenger.
Bradley's a real dude.
Maybe it is.
That name sounds really familiar
Honestly,
to me.
I have no idea on this question.
Same here.
I'm scared, Fief.
I don't... No, hey. I don't know.
If it's Tommy Lee Jones, I agree.
Okay. I don't know if it's Tommy Lee Jones.
I don't know if it's Tommy Lee Jones.
If it's World War II time,
Chester
I'll say
Phillips.
Chester Phillips, yeah. Yes.
Oh, thank
All
goodness.
right.
Thank goodness.
The
All
only
right.
fictional army officer on this list. All right. See, I told you Omar Bradley sounded familiar.
True or false? The super soldier serum used on Steve Rogers was eventually recreated.
Isn't that a yes? Don't they use it on Bucky? That was a weird groan to make the moment that you like go under the table.
See,
Are we
this is a
getting-
trick question.
Are we getting like too technical here?
This is a trick question.
You're gonna screw me over and make me eat a wing, aren't you?
Super soldier serums have been recreated, but I don't know if they would be considered the same ones that was used on Steve Rogers. I've been trusting your intuition so far, and I don't want to be the reason you eat another wing. So I'm gonna go say yes.
All
Yes.
right.
All right. Who is Thanos' father?
I don't know.
Can we Google it?
This is not an open note test.
Dang it. Zurus, Alars, Valken,
I'm gonna say Zurus.
or Zyran the Tester? Zurus.
I'm gonna say Zurus. My bad.
I never would have guessed Alars. Any other mini reviews you want to get through before we do this?
You know, let's talk about Godzilla vs. Kong. Have you seen that one?
I did. I liked it.
I liked it too. Did you see Zack Snyder's Justice League?
I liked it.
I didn't like it. I feel like
I thought it was so much better.
I didn't think it was so much better. I can admit that the theatrical cut of Justice League is trash, but it's also a more enjoyable experience in the sense that we at least have a few minutes of humor in it. And the one thing that I do like about it versus the Zack Snyder cut,
But
is
the
that
humor sucked, though. It's very Joss Whedon humor.
I mean, we like Joss Whedon humor for a little while.
I don't like Avengers 2.
The main thing that I like about the Justice League theatrical cut is that we actually see a moment where Batman is like, we see the tolls that being up against these these gods takes against him. There's that scene where he's taking off the bat suit and his body's bruised after getting the kicked out of him by man.
Mm-hmm.
Woman talks to him and tells him that can't keep forever. He says he can now. That scene is from the Snyder cut, and it is, personally, if we're gonna go with an older Batman,
And with that being said, I guess we should eat a wing.
when you take a bite into it, it doesn't really hit you at first, but the more that the sauce lingers in your mouth, it begins to feel like fire ants are stinging you on the inside of your lips, on your tongue.
The things we do for views.
Yeah. You got sauce on your mic.
Oh, do I really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Do you know that apparently this sauce can eat through metal?
For real? Like what kind of metal, though? Like good metal? Before the spice kicks in, man,
They're good.
it's delicious.
This one actually wasn't so bad. The second. Oh wait, no. There we go. There we go.
Okay, again.
Ooh, my lips are burning.
That's a delayed fuse. I feel like the dad in Transformers. Aftershock! Aftershock! Aftershock!
All right.
Go ahead, buddy.
True or false? The Infinity Gauntlet it makes a cameo appearance in Thor. It does make a cameo appearance in
See,
Thor.
this is another trick
No,
question.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Because I didn't get us on the last trick question.
Okay, good.
All right.
Who created the character of Rocket Raccoon?
I don't know. It was not James Gunn and Sean Gunn. I think Jim Starlin is a Batman writer.
I think it's Al Ewing, but...
Okay, I'm gonna go with that because I honestly have no clue.
Wait. Oh my God. Who the heck is Bill Mantlo?
The creator of Rocket Raccoon.
Any other mini reviews you want to do?
What do you think of COVID?
Many months later.
Ah! Almost got sauce in my eye.
You know they made me sign a waiver for this thing.
Another mini review for live. Spree.
Never seen it.
Spree on Hulu. I didn't care much for the movie, but Joe Keery is wildly entertaining.
6.5 hours later.
These are really nice headphones.
They're not that nice. You're getting your greasy fingers all over. Or is that just your ears?
My
Are your ears
dude.
super greasy?
Check yours right now. Check yours.
Let me see, let me
It's
see.
not grease, it's sweat, dude.
Oh, that is sweat.
That's sweat.
What did you say?
1 eternity later.
When did the question number 13 out of the 30 that we
Seriously, this is how you're gonna...
got?
This is a stupid way to answer the
They could
question.
have said in Avengers 1, in Avengers 2, in blah, blah, blah.
2008.
The questions are, or the answers are, 8 years prior to Spider-Man Homecoming, 4 years prior to Spider-Man Homecoming.
It's funny that they put it this way
10 years
because
prior
there's
to
been a
Spider-Man
lot of
Homecoming.
like
Or 6
talk
years prior to
about
Spider-Man
the
Homecoming.
MCU retconning some things because of
Homecoming?
Homecoming and the timeline and everything. So I say that to say I
There's
don't
an
know.
episode of
I
it.
don't know.
Do you remember the classroom? Do you want to talk about the classroom a little bit for a second? Do you know there was one time that the counselor came in to talk to the fourth period class and she talked during the classroom and I was like,
What a
You-
punk. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really having to censor myself right now.
I saw a former teacher get into a political debate with a student and it got ugly. It was so funny.
Back to the question. Oh, the classroom. It was a office parody that took place in the classroom. This dude played the Michael character. I was the creator / writer / cameraman.
Yeah,
Editor.
cinematographer, director, writer, creator.
I wore many hats on that show.
Yeah.
The only one that I couldn't wear was star.
Yeah. You were in it one time though.
I was on there one time
hilarious.
and I killed it. I stole the show from everybody else.
I
on that
agree.
One time.
I agree.
On that one time. That
Can you
I was
imagine if we were both on camera?
on. That would have been crazy. It would have been like, we don't even need anybody else
It's a
on the
joke.
show.
It's a joke because we're both on camera now and it didn't go anywhere.
Dude, I have to tell you, I feel like I've been punched in the face right now.
I'm getting better.
I feel better now, but like my brain is kind of foggy at the moment.
Nelson?
I got foggy brain. I get it. MCU.
Is it though?
I'm going to say it is because there are talks of Charlie Cox joining.
Did you
Spider-Man
see
Far From
season 3?
No Way Home? I did not.
It is, and I say this unequivocally, the best MCU property in existence.
More so than Infinity War.
Season 3 is
More so than
just-
The Winter Soldier.
It's filmmaking.
More so than Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1.
I'm telling you, it is filmmaking. It is
Fascinating.
great.
All right, we need to answer this question. And
8 years
hopefully not.
prior, 4 years prior.
I'm going to
10
go
years
with 8.
prior,
I
or
seem
6
to
years
remember
prior.
it being an 8-year thing.
You know, yellow. Yeah.
Gamora is a member of the Black Order? I don't think so, right? The Black Order is like...
She's a child of Thanos.
She's not a Black Order member, I don't think. The Black Order was like Proxima Midnight. And
Yeah. She didn't wear black. She's green. All right.
Who or what created the Infinity Stones? Is it A,
Six singularities from before the Big Bang. Beautiful.
We are all really excited.
Nailed
yeah,
it.
That was easy.
Martinex freed Yondu Udanta from slavery with the Kree Empire. Martinex.
I don't know who Martin X is.
I don't either.
I honestly do not know.
I'm going to say true.
I'm gonna say false. Thank
Man,
goodness.
you are good. True or false? Beta Ray Bill makes a cameo in Thor Ragnarok. True.
I'm gonna say I do not think it's true. Are you positive?
He appears. He's one of the champions that appears.
No.
Yeah.
They would not waste Beta Ray Bill in like a little cameo. Like
No. So it's kind of a half cameo because in the stadium.
I'm looking at you live streaming.
I'm gonna say true. Oh dang.
Okay, so before we begin, I want
Okay, look. Although his visage does grace the side of Grandmaster's tower, that's a cameo to me.
So do we want to call that, or are we gonna eat a wing?
I think we should know because that's splitting hairs on the definition of cameo.
Do we want to look up what the definition of a cameo is?
No. No, I don't. I want to say it's whatever I say it is. I'm an American. So we got that question right. So before we dig in, next mini review.
Doom Patrol. Have you seen Doom Patrol?
Yeah, I didn't care for it.
The first season? You didn't like the first season?
I guess is because of the first episode. All of these people have been stuck in the exact same spot for about 30 years, and now they're starting to develop at all as people.
Shut up. No, I actually really like
you
the
love
show.
it?
Not the second season.
But to be honest, I thought the Danny Street episode had about as bad as writing as Charlie Kelly did on Nightman Cometh.
You watched the whole season.
I stopped watching during the Karen episode.
I don't remember the Karen episode.
Remember that Crazy Jane becomes Karen.
Oh, I love Doom Patrol. I almost called it Dumb Patrol. Freudian slip.
I love Brendan Fraser in Doom Patrol.
Yes.
I wanted to love Alan Tudyk in it, but he's hardly in it.
No, he picks up in the end of the show. He picks up in the end of their show. He's the best part of it. The fact that he's not in season 2 is what hurts it.
Oh, don't inhale it through your nose. You know, next time...
2,000 years later.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting that we... It hurts to talk.
We got the question wrong. Beta Ray Bill is not.
Maybe they're considering that... Oh my god, it hurts to talk. Maybe they're
I kind of lucked out.
considering that an Easter egg.
I kind of lucked out on that one. There's not a whole lot of sauce on this wing, but you know what? For you, I'm gonna lick my thumb.
I thought you were going to say, you can lick my thumb.
You can lick my thumb if you want.
Oh, darn Face ID. Face ID.
I'm gonna have to use this. I'm gonna have to use the. So they make you sign a waiver. They give you some.
Which of the 9 realms has not appeared in a Thor film? Midgard, Nidavellir, Eiffelheim, or Muspelheim?
All right, Alfelheim, you said?
No, I said Muspelheim.
Oh, okay. Really?
God dog it!
This is why we stopped filming episodes.
Another mini review?
Let's just eat the friggin' wing.
All right. It's in my nose. Oh, that one's rough, man.
I have some good news for you. We are out of wings.
All right.
So we have to get the rest of these right, or else we're going to just be punching each other in the testicles.
Tomorrow.
Oh, I got it in my eye. I got it in my eye.
That's what she said.
But you know, this really puts me in the mood for wings that aren't trying to kill me.
Try not to salivate into the microphone.
I'm not salivating into the microphone. Where does Dormammu reside? The Dark Dimension. Where does Stephen Strange train in the mystical arts?
Camartage? Quinlan?
Camartage.
Not. Oh, thank God.
True or false? The events of the Incredible Hulk happen in the MCU. True. 26 out of 30. Which script is Stan Lee reading on his Captain Marvel cameo?
Generation
Mallrats.
X, Mallrats, Blade, or James Cameron Spider-Man. It's
Mallrats.
Mallrats, right? Yeah.
Mallrats.
Because he was actually in Mallrats.
27 out of 30. What is Nick Fury's middle name?
That's Joseph. I don't even to see the...
Nicholas Joseph. Adam Warlock was going to make his long-awaited debut in Avengers Infinity War.
False.
If anything, it would have been an Endgame, so
I'm
false.
going to say false. Yeah.
30 of
All right,
30,
well,
last
question.
one.
True or false, Peter Parker is in the crowd at Iron Man 2's Stark Expo.
That's true.
All right, but let's reflect on the journey that you and I have taken right now before we hit that. Okay. We began as 2 innocent people who had not eaten 6 Blazin wings from Buffalo Wild Wings, and we end as losers who got 6 questions wrong. In actually 7 because we gave ourselves a freebie.
Yeah, it was like the second one.
It was like the first one.
Was it the first
It was
one?
the first
We got
question.
the first question. What was the first
We
question?
should have known. How many films has Phil Coulson appeared in?
Yeah, how many films have I can't talk. How many films has Agent Phil Coulson appeared in? Comment or don't. I don't care. But it's 5.
We have since gotten 6 questions wrong.
We thought it was 4, but it
on
was
this
5.
journey.
7 questions.
7 questions wrong on this journey. We have eaten each 6 Blazin wings, which is the hottest wings that you can get from Buffalo Wild Wings, which, yes, they are a chain, but they're
hot.
effing hot.
Well, they're blazing hot.
They're blazing without the G if you want to get some yourself. $12.99 if you want to put yourself through hell. That's literally how much it costs to...
But we get to have ice cream after this.
I do not recommend you going through all 12 on your own. If you do, you are a masochist, and I don't want to talk to you anyway. Get off my live stream.
Or don't.
Or don't.
Do whatever you like, darling.
We don't care. The correct answer for this question is true. Peter Parker is
As
in the
told
crowd.
by Kevin Feige. I got it in my nose, man. And that's the conclusion.
All right. So...
Congratulations.
It's been 3 years since we made an episode of Untitled with Andy and Jeremiah. I had a lot of fun working on it.
Likewise.
Life took us in opposite directions, and we had to say goodbye for a little while. I'm
Yeah.
glad that we reunited for this, as painful as it was to do the Buffalo Wild Wings Blazin' Challenge. I appreciate us being able to do this. And if you are ever interested in doing it again, maybe not necessarily with wings, maybe with a cold one, I'm totally down to do another episode.
There's lots to talk about.
There is lots to talk about.
Lots to talk about.
There are way more streaming services out there making original content these days.
Yeah.
Who else is going to talk about pop culture if not for us?
I cannot find a single YouTube channel that talks about pop culture.